All right, good morning, students. Thank you for coming in so quickly and getting your iReady books and your pencils. As we were talking about yesterday, we took a trip to the moon, and we are learning that our new theme for this lesson is going to be all about stars and planets. And with that being said, we looked at this objective, and when we looked at this objective, we looked at how to determine two or more main ideas of a text from explicitly stated key details. And when we do that, we determine the key details in the text. Who would like to elaborate a little bit on how we learned to begin to master this objective that we have in front of us?
We looked at a passage from the moon, and in this we learned that the main idea was inspiring. The moon inspired people, and we had to find explicit key details that supported this, such as Beethoven making a sonata all about the moon and a painting all about the moon.
Okay.
There was even a story involved.
Excellent. Sebastian did a really good recap of yesterday's lesson. But with that being said, when we're talking about the main idea, who can tell me what exactly the main idea is in a passage? How do we determine that we're looking at a main idea?
It would have key details to support the whole topic, so it would go all at once.
You do have those key details, and they are supporting what the main idea, as in the example Sebastian gave, was how the moon has inspired people. And he also stated some very famous people that were inspired by the moon, as Beethoven, and I believe Marilyn Singer was one. She wrote a book called what? Does anybody remember? Janari.
It was called A Full Moon is Rising.
A Full Moon is Rising. And then I really like how you're referring to your book in your notes. That's a great strategy to use when we're breaking up our morning lesson. All right, but I'm still looking for somebody to tell me how do we determine what the main idea is? Alana?
The main idea is basically the whole gist of the story, and it tell you what the whole story is about.
Okay, great. So it's the gist. What else?
To add on to what Alana said, and right here where it says if a topic or using passage, the main idea is an important idea about the topic.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Even though all of you were saying it differently, I like how he said that the main idea is the most important thing in the passage, okay? And we know that when you have these key details, they support what is important. But when an author writes, just like you as authors are writing and planning your writing, you know that when you get to a paragraph, you find the most important part of that paragraph. And you'll know it's important because those key details, as we discovered in the passage that we read yesterday, they're supporting the main idea. So it makes it easier, because sometimes I have struggled looking for the main idea. But when I keep in mind that it's one of the most important things, and I keep in mind that the whole passage or the whole paragraph, it's the gist, things we've been practicing all along, all the way from, I think, first grade, when you really started learning about reading. You can determine what the main idea is. And it's really not that hard when we practice it. It's just like our writing.